Hey YouTubers, this is Eric. Today I'm working on this project in Westminster, California. I'm removing all the 2 feet wide plywood sheeting. This is called CDX 38. This is the thinnest plywood that it's allowed to install on top of the roof. This is 38. It's the minimum requirement that according to the roofing associations. If you go to the ICBO, it'll tell you the minimum requirement is 3/8. Nowadays, I don't think they let it use it. I think half inch is the minimum, but back in the days, they were allowed 3/8, and that's why they put the little plates in there. I don't know how this calls, but these are to hold the plywood in place, to prevent the sagging. They put them in between the rafter tails, the rafters, to prevent the plywood from sagging. It's like this. I don't know how they're called. I come across many of these roofs. Well, on this case, the owner, he put plaster all the way around. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to remove all this plywood sheeting, and I'm going to install OSB plywood on top of this. Also, I'm going to change the fascia board because most of the fascia board, as you see, it's all damaged. You see it? It's all damaged. I just wanted to make this little tutorial, not tutorial, this little video about this kind of plywood. When you come across like overhangs like this that it's have plaster on the bottom, don't worry too much about replacing with the same one. If you want to save money, and then if you want to do it like just build it stronger, I think you should use OSB. The OSB is stronger than CDX. The CDX is most commonly used on flat roofs, but not on a slope roof, because it sags too much, and then when you walk on it, you feel like it's soft. So a lot of homeowners are asking me if I have to replace all of it. I tell them no, you only have to replace the damaged sheeting, pieces of plywood, that are damaged. But in this case, I'm going to install OSB because it's covered underneath. So the OSB, when it's exposed to the to the weather outside, it usually sags. It usually peels off, and then it doesn't work. But in this case, it's gonna work because underneath is covered. And also the sheets on the field, I'm gonna replace it with OSB. So I don't think the inspector is gonna give me any problems. Anyway, I'm gonna explain them. It's covered. So I'm taking this video to show you before I installed this. You see, it's all damaged. So, and this is the plywood, the old plywood. Also, you see the eaves, the plywood. This kind of plywood gets a lot of termites too. And because the guy has a lot of trees around his house, so when you have a house like this, try to cut your trees so they don't touch the roof, so the termites don't jump on your roof. And that's the only way to prevent the termites. Anyway, they fly, so if you have trees around your house, you're most likely gonna have a lot of termites. Okay, so, and also I'm going to replace this flat roof in the back. I'm gonna show you. The owner, he didn't want to replace it. He goes, I'm gonna go to Home Depot and buy the rolled roofing. They call it rolled roofing. They nail it, and then they tell them if you're investing some money in your house, you might as well invest some money in your little flat roof. So he ended up doing it for a cheaper price. I went so low, so I'm not making any money in this flat roof, but at least I'm gonna be glad with myself that I'm doing the right thing. Like sometimes you don't make the money that you want to make, but this is a referral guy, that he's retired. He doesn't make that much money anymore, and he's trying to fix the house, and he doesn't have any money. So my friend called me. He goes, Eric, can you do me a favor? Can you help him out? I told him I'll try. I'm doing my best so far, and I'm gonna make it look beautiful. Also, these pieces of fascia board right here, they're all damaged. They're not damaged, they just peeled up, but once the fascia board is cracked like this, guys, please replace it, okay? Because once it's cracked, it starts cracking, and you can fill it up with bundle, But again, because it's exposed to the elements, when it rains, the bond is gonna come off, so it doesn't work. So it's easier to replace it. And then right here, I'm gonna cut it, even with the plywood, so that way I don't have to, that way I put my metal flush with this, and it's gonna look better. All right, guys, I just wanted to show you before. This is I just removed the roof this morning, and right now it's about 12. I'm gonna take lunch, and I'm waiting for my other two guys that are coming from another job. We just finished. We're gonna pass final inspection over there. 90% of my jobs, we have inspector on the job site. I mean, they come to the job site, inspect the roof. We have a roof sheeting inspection and final inspection, and this one's gonna have a roof sheeting and final inspection too on the material. The shingles thing is the easiest thing to do. The hard part is getting it ready, because it's time consuming and you're running, the clock. So you want to pass as soon as possible so you can get it done, and then pass final inspection so you can get paid. If you're a contractor and you're watching this video, you know what I'm talking about, right? Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is Eric. I'm almost done with the fascia board. It's around 11, and I replaced almost all of it, like 99.9%. Before I installed a primer on both sides, because this house has a lot of termites, and if I don't primer it, the termites are gonna eat it, as soon as I put it on. So, and the last work is gonna be the piece of plywood, on the overhang. But that's gonna be easy because one guy is gonna be cutting, and then one guy is gonna be installing. It's gonna be a piece of cake. But the fascia board is the one that's taking me longer. Also have to replace the fascia board on the flat roof over there. Also have to replace the damaged plywood on the field. And it's not hard, but it takes time. See, I'm doing my 45s. I usually do 45s. The existing fascia, he didn't have 45, it was a straight cut. See how I do my 45s? And I make him look like this. Let me show you. Where's my 45? I try to yawn them real tight so nobody can see them. Oh, here's my 45. See it? I do 45s on my corners too. I'm missing one piece of fascia board there of like 14 feet, and then I'm missing I have to replace the two pieces of fascia on right here on this side. See, it's all damaged, and also I'm gonna cut the big beam right there because it's all damaged too, and that's gonna be basically everything. And I'm ready for tomorrow. I'll take another video when I clean this mess. Right now I have a bunch of, that's the existing fascia board that I have over there. You see it right there. So yeah, replace this one, replace the front, the side, and we went to get some more fascia because I'm missing some, so I'm gonna primer it before I put it and then paint it on both sides. So it's gonna be termite proof. This little video about how to pass your roof sheeting inspection. What the inspector is gonna look that you replace all the damaged wood, broken pieces or stuff like that. Lauro, ¿te acuerdas el pedacito que te dije que? Okay, guys, when you're passing your roof sheeting inspection, the inspector is gonna look at your wood, how you nail it, and how you replace it. And you have to show him that you know what you're doing. So before he even asks you, before he even see the plywood, you just tell him, I nailed it a six on the laps, and then 12 on center, and make sure that you talk to him the way they want to hear it. Okay, they want to know that you know what you're doing. Tell you replace all the damaged wood. Like on this house, I just passed my roof sheeting. He just talked to me, and then he goes, so what do you do? I told him, I did this, blah blah blah. I told him, see, like this plywood is not even nailed down. He didn't even check it because I told him. So I told him I replaced all the fascia board, and I did. And still I need to nail this piece of plywood. I already passed roof sheeting. So I'm not saying I'm cutting corners or doing something, I just told him, and he knows that I know what I'm doing. Also, I replaced this fascia board. See, and I painted it. I'm gonna so that way the homeowner doesn't waste time later on, and then he put the, he drips on the roof and it's gonna look ugly. Okay, this is how I did it. You see, this house has CDX 3/8 plywood sheeting, and I told him the reason I replaced it. He signed me because I told him, okay, it has CDX 3/8, and I'm replacing with half-inch, actually 7/16 OSB plywood. And then it's okay. So this is what I did. Okay, I replaced all the eaves. The reason I don't use this kind of plywood if the eave is exposed, okay? Because what happened with this plywood when it's exposed to the weather, it peels off because it's like a particle board. It's a press board. Some people call it press board because it's made out of trash, and you just put it together. But to me, this plywood, when it's like on the attic, exposed, that is not exposed to the outside weather, it lasts forever, stays there forever, and it's stronger than 3-ply, than the CDX. It's stronger, and the termites won't eat it. This plywood right here, it gets termites because it's plywood. It's wood. It's just thin layers of wood glue on top of each other. So this plywood, it's better for the termites, and it's stronger. Now on the flat roof, you're supposed to use only CDX or the other board, or the starter board. You see, like right here, this little eaves right here, I have to buy a half-inch. Actually, it's 15/32, almost half-inch. 32. Actually, let me see. No, this is 16/32. You see it right here? This is almost half-inch because this area is exposed. See, like I'm telling you now, don't use this OSB plywood on if you're gonna have an open patio like this. Don't use it because even though if you paint it, it's still gonna peel off and it's gonna look ugly. So remember, this plywood is not for exposed areas. The only reason I use it today is because I have a stucco underneath. I'll show you. You see, and also on the field, I replace it with OSB. You see it? Only on that area. You see the little thumb over there? I use the CDX board. I replaced that one, and I painted it. So I paint my fascia board. And the reason I use the OSB on the eaves is because it has plaster. It has stucco. You see, it's all stucco, so you can't see nothing. It's not exposed, so everything is gonna get covered. You see it? Stucco. I want to show you here. See it? I passed my roof sheeting. It says right here. See, he signed it today. 7/1. Today is July 1st, 2015, and this is the inspection record. When I finish, I'm gonna call for re-roof final. It's right here too, and then I'm supposed to complete it 100%. So, see, everything I do, it's legal. I'm not doing anything illegal. Okay, I'm just playing by the rules. So, if you're a handyman or somebody wants to do a roof, just watch this video, and I'll get you step by step how to pass your roof sheeting inspection. The shingles or material is the easy thing. Sometimes you have a lot of damaged wood and you need to fix it later.